Have you ever had that feeling, that quiet nagging voice in the back of your mind? You have worked hard, you've got the job that people told you to get. You can afford now things that you couldn't before, but something feels off. Like you're playing a part in someone else's play. Like the fire you used to have is just gone. You look around at your comfortable life and you think, is this it? If that sounds familiar to you, you're not alone and you're not ungrateful. What you're feeling is actually a very real and very common psychological phenomenon. It's not a personal failing. In fact, it's a sign that a deep part of you, your ambitions, creative self, is still alive in there and it's asking for more. Today, we're going to talk about why that happens and exactly what you can do about it. We're talking about the comfort trap. So let's start with the biggest question of all time. Why does this happen? Why does reaching a goal sometimes leave us feeling empty? To understand that, we have to understand how our brains are wired. Our brains have one main job to keep us safe and alive. It's like a superpowered security system that's always on, always scanning for threats. And for our ancient ancestors, the biggest threats were things like starvation, predators, and the unknown. So our brains learn to love what's familiar, predictable, and safe. They love routine because routine does use much energy. Trying something new, taking a risk, putting yourself out there to your brain's security system that looks like a threat. It sets up the little alarms. That's the anxiety, the hesitation, the procrastination you feel. It's not you being lazy, it's your ancient brain trying to protect you. Now, imagine this security system in our modern world. You finally land that good job. It gives you a predictable paycheck. That paycheck buys you a predictable life, a nice apartment, reliable food, a safe car. Your brain's security system gets all the data it wants. Everything is familiar, everything is safe, no threats detected, and it breathes a sigh of relief. The problem is, it starts to get a little too comfortable. It starts to see any new challenge, any dream that involves uncertainty as a threat to this perfect, safe system it has built. So that voice that says, maybe don't start that side business, what if we fail? Or don't try to learn that instrument, you will look silly. That's not the real you talking. That's just your brain's overprotective security score doing its job a little too well. It's protecting your safety, but it's also accidentally putting your dreams in a cage. This doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, gradual process. It's a fade. I call it the slow fade, and it has clear stages. Stage number one, as I like to call it, the upgrade. You get the promotion, the raise, you move to a nicer place. You finally buy the car you've been looking at for so long. This stage feels amazing. It's the reward for all your hard work. You've been validated, this is where you're supposed to want, and you got it. Now we come to stage number two, the routine. The newiness wears off. The new apartment just becomes your apartment. The new car is just how you get work. Your life becomes a series of comfortable routines. Wake up, coffee, commute, work, come home, watch TV, sleep. It's not bad, it's just automatic. You're running on a kind of autopilot. Now, stage number three, the substitution. This is where the real trap springs. That inner drive you used to have, the hunger to build something, to create, to prove yourself, it doesn't just disappear. It needs to go somewhere. So it gets redirected. Instead of creating something new, you start consuming. You chase the next vacation, the next gadget, the next fancy dinner. You substitute the thrill of creating for the thrill of buying. Instead of building your own legacy, you live through other people. You follow influencers, you watch shows about entrepreneurs, you read about artists. It feels like you're in a world of ambition, but you're just a spectator in the stands. Stage number 4, the rationalization. This is the final stage of the trap. To quiet that nagging voice that says there should be more, your brain comes with a brilliant, logical sounding excuses. I'm too busy right now. I need to take one more course before I start. It's too risky with the economy the way it is. I will start next month. Next year, when things calm down, these aren't lies. They feel completely true, but they are stories we tell ourselves to protect our comfort. We're not afraid of failure. We're afraid of disturbing the comfortable life we have built. And so we trade our potential for peace and quiet. Okay, if this is a trap, how do we get out? The answer is not to quit your job, sell all your stuff, and go live in a cabin. That's just another extreme reaction. The way out is much simpler and much more gentle. You don't need to blow up your life. You don't need to build your discomfort muscle. Think of it like going to the gym. You wouldn't walk in your first day and try to lift the heaviest weight. You would get discouraged and never go back. You start with a small, manageable weights. It's the same with your comfort zone. You start with small, intentional acts of discomfort. Tiny rebellions against your own routine. The goal isn't the outcome. The goal is to teach your brain security systems that a little uncertainty is not a threat. It's actually fun and energizing. So here's a few ways to start it. Number 1, change your inputs. Your brain is fed by what you watch, what you read, who you talk to. If you only consume easy, comfortable entertainment and only talk to people who think exactly like you, your brain will stay comfortable. So your mission is to go looking for one new idea. You can start by reading one article on a topic you know nothing about. Listen to a podcast from someone with a different viewpoint. Follow someone on social media who does something creative and completely different from you. It's like adding a new ingredient to your mental diet. Number 2, create something small for no reason. Do you remember the joy of creating just for fun? As kids, we would draw pictures not to sell them, but just to make them. We need to get back to that. So here's your mission. Create something with zero pressure. Write a short poem, doodle in a sketchbook. Build a weird Lego creation. Cook a new recipe without following it exactly. I do that all the time. The goal is not for it to be good. The goal is to remember the feeling of making something for nothing. It reminds your brain that you are a creator, not just a consumer. Number 3, seek a mini no. And this can be a little terrifying, I know. We are so terrified of rejection, but what if you made it a game? So your mission is going to get one polite no this week. You're gonna ask for a small discount on something on a regular shop that you go to. Email someone that you work with, that you admire, with a genuine short compliment or question with zero expectation of a reply. You can suggest a new idea at work that you might get shot down. When you get the no, you can celebrate it. You did it. You finally did it. You survived it. You show to your brain that rejection isn't a monster, it's just a word. This one small habit can completely change your relationship with risk. Number 4, redefine your identity. Right now, you might see yourself as a person with a comfortable job. That's your story. What if you added to that story? Your mission is to add one new word to how you describe yourself. You can start by saying, I'm a graphic designer and I'm learning to play guitar. Or I'm an accountant and I'm a beginner writer. That little word "and" is powerful. It tells your brain and the world that you're not just one thing. You are a person who is growing, learning, and expanding. Your identity is not a fixed point, it's a journey. The goal of all this isn't to live a life of constant stressful struggle. The goal is to change your relationships with comfort. Comfort is a wonderful place to visit, but a terrible place to live. So think of your comfort zone not as a prison, but as a home base. Okay, we're gonna shift that. And it is cozy. It is your cozy house. It's where you rest, recharge, and feel safe. And that's important. You need a home base. But the whole point of having a home is so you have a place to come back to after you've had an adventure. You just don't stay in your house forever because it's safe. You go out into the world. You explore, you try new things, you meet new people, and then when you're tired, you get to come home to your safe, comfortable place. That's the balance. Your comfortable job and life can be your home base. It can be the foundation that supports your adventures and your dreams instead of being the thing that replaces them. Use that stable income to fund your new hobby. Use your evenings and weekends to build that small side project. You can use your security as a safety net that gives you the courage to try new things. Because you know that even if you fail, you still have your home base to come back to. You get to have both. You get to have your safety net and adventure. You get to have comfort and growth. You just have to be brave enough to open the door and step outside every once in a while. That quiet voice inside you, the one that wonders if there's more, that's not your enemy, that's your potential. It's your future self whispering to you, asking you to come play, to come build, to come grow. You don't have to change everything today. You just have to take one small step. You can do one tiny thing differently. Prove to yourself that you are still the one in charge. So I would like to know, what is one small thing that you can do this week to stretch your comfort zone? I would love to hear about it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and always remember, your best chapter is waiting to be written. So go make it happen.